You'd said the world I knew was relentlessly eroding, beginning to reveal another world I was just beginning to understand. What the Israelis were teaching me was more logical and more real than anything I had ever heard from my own people. This is, I guess, how you felt when you were first released, or while maybe you were still in prison. With Loai, the Shin Bet officer, explaining that Hamas destroys itself more from the inside than anything Israel could do from the outside. But it sounds like you see that happening everywhere.
Uh, it is happening everywhere. You know, yes, I experienced slavery, human slavery in the Middle East, and yes, the Israelis wanted to provoke intelligence within me because they wanted me to be effective. You know, they don't want idiots to work for them. You know, in order for you to be effective, they want you to grow in your understanding, your perception, and your to get to know a higher truth, so you are able to see things for what they are. Then you are able to actually achieve certain goals. So you know, they invested in me, you know, as a human being, you know, and I'm grateful to that. You know, when talking about intelligence service, this has been actually or had been one of the biggest schools of my life. You know, because somehow also we created reality. You know, and I saw the creation of reality. You know, what really creates public opinion. You know, and what really manipulates public's perception of a certain thing. We do something on the ground, then you see something on the media that is completely opposite of what we did on the ground. Then you start seeing it's like the gap, you know, between truth and perception of truth. And of course, you know, they invested me as individual, you know, and they wanted me to go to school and finish university, and that was the first thing, you know. And now I understand why, you know, because I was much more effective that way. But also, when we talk about the Israeli intelligence, it is a prison of its own. You know, this type of organizations, forget about it. You go in, and your chances to get out only as a corpse. You know, so they invest in you, counting that you would never find your way out. You know, because now the truth at that level and the power that you experience within Israeli intelligence or any other intelligence service, we're talking about power, you know, and we're talking about real intelligence, and we're talking about real creation, you know, like huge orchestration, you know, that deceives politicians and media and average people. And you can create any scenario to anybody and make them believe in it, and they would believe in it. So when I was playing, you know, at a very young age, and start having a taste of that powerful game, this is what everybody is fighting for or thirsty for, you know, to experience power. But for me, it was another form of slavery.
Hmm.
And I did not like the fact that all that power that I was experiencing was just basically serving the agendas of politicians in a certain state, which I'm not against. I love Israel. I love Israel very much, you know, and it will continue to be an inspiring model, you know, for me. You know, such a beautiful nation, such a beautiful people, and they inspire me. But I don't want to be for the rest of my life, or I did not want to be for the rest of my life as part of Israeli intelligence and secret operation. You know, wearing so many masks, you know, changing hats and hoods on daily basis. You know, in the morning something, in the afternoon something, and in the evening something else. You know, so especially that I felt that I had a responsibility towards my nation, towards my people, and the game of deception and the reverse psychology and all that the intelligence services do It's effective and it works, but it's limited. I wanted just try to convey the truth as is, to my people. What I have learned, as a child, what I have learned growing up, what I have learned from all the hardships that I had. And also, I did not want to cut the part, which was the part that would condemn me to execution, to death penalty, which was my affiliation with the Israeli intelligence. And that was the hardest part, but I needed to be honest with my people. They did not recognize my work with Israel. They did not reveal or expose me. I revealed myself. And I stepped forward and I told them, this is the honest truth. I know now you're going to see me as a traitor. I know that you're going to crucify me for this, but you do it, But for me, I'm going to tell you the truth, And in fact, when I wrote the book, Son of Hamas, it was not about trying to change the mind as much as trying to be truthful, to who I am, without being afraid. If I fought 10 years to save human lives on a daily basis, why should I be ashamed of it? Why should I be ashamed of it? Even if the majority of my people disagree, But you will see sooner or later, that this is the rule of change. What's agreeable today, tomorrow will be disagreeable, But I don't want to lose myself in the process and in the transition, to say, like, okay, I stay with the agreeable today and I change tomorrow when they change. But I have lost my life in the process. So some people tell me, oh, you're ahead of your people 50 years. No, I don't see myself this way. I just see in Israel, and I saw in the Jewish people, they're nothing but us. I just simply was looking at a mirror, reflecting who we are. It's only one family, Isaac and Ishmael, brothers, sisters. And it's only one family. If people want to go on a quest to fight and hit their head against the wall for eternity, it's their problem. For me, I saw this long time before, and I am sure that the Middle Eastern people eventually they will see in Israel as a friend. But back to the point, I did not want to stay as in the intelligence game, into the deception game for eternity. And I wanted to find my freedom. So I got out. I got out to a higher truth, but also that was not final.